Kenyan workers are set to receive at least 18,000 shillings as minimum wage after President William Ruto unveiled a 12% general wage increase and a higher 15% increase for agricultural sector employees. Despite the wage adjustment falling short of the 23% request by the Central Organization of Trade Union COTU, the head of state says it is a step towards easing the cost of living pressures for households across the country. Our reporter Sammy Adika begins our bulletin with the following report.
As Kenyan workers and their union leaders converged to mark the 61st Labor Day celebrations at Chavakali Boys High School in Vihiga County, making it the first celebrations outside the capital city, Nairobi. Their desire for a 23% pay rise was met by a rather smaller percentage, with President William Ruto awarding those in the agricultural sector a 15% increase and a 12% pay rise to general workers, which he says will go a long way in easing the cost of living pressures.
I am pleased to announce a 12% increase in general wages and a 15% increase in agricultural wages. To all Kenyan workers, happy Labor Day. May we continue building this nation together.
The head of state also lowered the deposit required for salaried Kenyans to own affordable houses from the current 10% to 5%, aimed at onboarding many with low income.
The deposit required of application for allocation of an affordable housing unit has now come down from 10% to 5%. This applies to every salaried Kenyan, and the reduction has already been codified in our allocation framework. This deposit has been codified also in the affordable housing regulations, which were passed in 2025 and have since been applied.
Acknowledging efforts by the labor movement to spur economic development, Labour Cabinet Secretary Alfred Mutua noted that the ruling Kenya Kwanza government has so far created about 6 million jobs, further insisting that plans are underway to ensure unemployment becomes an issue of the past.
Manufacturing has created 443,000 jobs, transport and communication 75,000 jobs, construction 50,000 jobs, and more. I'm not even mentioning the BPOs. If you add the figures that I've mentioned, Your Excellency, we are talking about over 6.2 million jobs created by your government.
Calling for the protection of domestic workers, COTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli has warned that continued delays in adopting ILO conventions undermine Kenya's commitment to international labor standards and slow progress in improving workplace conditions.
Your Excellency, I, on behalf of millions of domestic workers, urge you to ensure that the ratification of these two critical conventions that have since been ratified by other countries are equally ratified by our country, by our nation.
Atwoli has also urged the government to ensure compliance from outsourced companies, arguing that many have been exploiting workers and failing to remit statutory deductions such as taxes.
The Minister of Labour, he promised, has got to come out with a policy on outsourcing in this country, as it has been recommended by the International Labour Organization that any outsourced staff and is on your premises must enjoy terms and conditions of service as per the prevailing collective bargaining agreement of that particular industry.
The wage review is expected to boost disposable incomes for workers across both urban and rural areas, with the ball now on the employer's court to adjust salaries in line with the prescribed increases in the coming months. For Newswatch, I'm Sammy Adika.